This has been a hot topic ever since, it sort of been put out there, Now, there are a couple different articles where you have Billy D. Williams responding to the gender fluid comments, which I knew would happen. Okay. Now I'm going to read to y'all the comments from the New York Times. Okay. Let's see. The actor Billy D. Williams has been the very embodiment of cool charisma for decades in real life and as the smooth-talking, cape-wearing smuggler Lando Calrissian in the Star Wars universe, a role he's reprising for the first time since 1983 in the upcoming Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker. And while Williams' brand of cool has been synonymous with masculinity, who can forget the slightly cringy machismo in the 1980s Colt 45 ads? In reality, Williams straddles the gender binary, according to a recent profile in Esquire magazine. Says, you see, I say himself and herself because I also see myself as feminine as well as masculine. Williams, who's 82 years old, told Esquire, I'm a very soft person. I'm not afraid to show the side of me. I think of myself as relatively colorful character who doesn't take himself or herself too seriously, Williams said. When Esquire points out that Donald Glover, who plays a young Calrissian in Solo movie that was released in 2018, talked about the character's orientation and gender fluidity, Williams lights up and responds, really, that kid is brilliant. Last year, shortly after Jonathan Kasdan, a writer on Solo, confirmed that Calrissian would be, fluid. Let's see. Glover said, how can you not be, fluid in space? While Williams, who has been married to Taruko since the 1970s, did not outright claim to be gender fluid or otherwise. Her embrace of gender fluid pronouns is part of the greater revelation in Hollywood and beyond. Though among celebrities who have recently opened up about their pronouns and gender, Williams is among the oldest. In September, the Grammy-winning singer Sam Smith, who identifies as genderqueer and non-binary, publicly announced their pronouns. Today is a good day, so here goes, Smith wrote on Instagram that he's embracing that. Okay. And all right. So that was according to them. Now let's go to a recent article as of 2 hours ago. This is from Yahoo, and this is Billy D. Williams. Basically, he's responding to what is said. Now, this according to Yahoo, and this is Billy D. Williams' response to what has been going on. Star Wars great Billy D. Williams made headlines earlier this week for his comments on the use of gender pronouns, and those headlines almost uniformly said something in the effect of Billy D. Williams comes out as gender fluid. If you read Williams' original comments, though, the headlines felt like a leap, a way to neatly label the 82-year-old actor in progressive terminology at the time when traditional definitions of gender and orientation continue to evolve. I never tried to be anything except myself. I think of myself as relatively colorful character who doesn't take himself or herself too seriously, he told Esquire. I said himself and herself because I also see myself as feminine as well as masculine. I'm very soft. I'm a very soft person. I'm not afraid to show that side of me. In an interview with Yahoo Entertainment Tuesday, Williams clarified his comments when asked about his orientation of Lando Calrissian, Williams' fan favorite intergalactic playboy smuggler, whom the actor reprises for the first time in 36 years, the upcoming Star Wars film. When I made that comment, it was just a simple comment. I was just saying men should get in touch with their feminine side, he told us. I was not talking about swinging or whether I was gay or straight or anything like that. But it's interesting how people take all of that stuff out of context and make it what they make of it what they will, basically. So people basically are mixing up his words. This is why you did not see me title my stream the way that I titled it. I want to talk about Hollywood. I want to talk about how Hollywood is pushing this narrative. He never even said he was gender fluid. Is that something an 82-year-old would say? Is that something an 82-year-old would say? Would an 82-year-old know what being gender fluid is? Think about that. He just basically said he wants to get in touch with his feminine side. And people took it and ran with it to the point to where he got to come out and he has to basically say, I didn't say that. I didn't say I was into anything but women. And I'm seeing a lot of people run with this. I'm like, man, really? All these blogs, all these websites running with it. This is why I read both of the articles. Because you got Hollyweird trying to push this narrative on an 82-year-old. This man's like, no, I didn't say that. He just said that he is both feminine and masculine. That he's soft. That men should get in touch with their feminine side, But he's like, I didn't say that I'm gender fluid. What is that? Like, what is that? This is an 82-year-old man. How is he going to know what that is? He don't hang around none of those, millennial Hollywood liberals. I don't think he's on Twitter. This man is still married to his wife. And this is what goes on in the media, man. And it's unfortunate that you're taking a classic character like this and you're trying to use him to push an agenda. That's what they did in the Solo film with the young Lando. And people try to equate that to him because of some comments that he made. Well, that's basically what he was doing, Lonnie. He was speaking on both of his sides, his feminine side, his masculine side. But even today, I don't think Billy D. Williams is one of those guys who's with this whole, this culture of pronouns and this. I don't think he's really into those crowds. I really don't. But they're trying to drag him into this in order to push a narrative, and he has to respond to this. Knowing that he could get criticized from the woke section of Twitter, the woke section of social media. They look at the Lando character in the Solo film that a lot of people didn't go see, and they want to equate that to some comments that he made about being both feminine and masculine. Yeah, Billy D. Williams is a role model. He's a black male role model, a masculine black male role model in Hollywood for many years. And this is what they're trying to do. This is sad, man, but this is the times that we are in. They will drag down every one of your heroes, every one of the people that you looked up to, that your father looked up to. This is what's going on. Yeah, it is, Danny. It's a lot. They try to do this with black men. They try to push this off on black men as if we're the ones exploring, what we like and what we don't like. And it's like, who's behind this. We know who's behind this. And these blogs are running with it. All of these websites are writing about this, misconstruing his words. They found some old comments and they're running with it, and he has to respond to it because he's like, that's not true. Now, I wonder if any of those people are going to retract what they said. I wonder if any of those websites are going to retract what they said. Some of them might, because they actually have a little bit of integrity. But a lot of these websites don't. This is why they're mad at YouTubers. They're mad at YouTubers because there are YouTubers who have more integrity than they do. You don't need to talk to nobody else. Yeah, no more interviews for a while. But I think that well, he did this interview because he had to, you know. I think he felt like he had to protect his legacy, man. I think he actually cares about his legacy. He knows what he means, you know, as a not, let's say as a role model, but as somebody who's a legend in Hollywood. He understands what a reputation is. He wants to maintain his reputation, and he don't want his wife, even in advanced years, looking at him sideways. So again, I think this is, I think that this is a situation where the media was wrong. The media was very wrong, you know. And I really believe that you're going to see more of this. You're going to see more. You're going to see more of them try to drag down these elder statesmen in the industry from some comments they make, you know. This is, you know, man, this is why people really don't like Hollywood. And I can definitely see why. A lot of people just can't stand Hollywood.